Toyota. Oh! This is a Skoda Octavia Elegance, and I'm sorry, we've got another rainy day in Wales here. It's one I picked up the other day. It's a diesel, it's automatic, clean as a whistle underneath the bonnet, no oil leaks, nothing to sleep. As I said, there's going to be a few marks on it, but inside it's got leather, air conditioning, sat nav, Bluetooth for your mobile phone, plenty of space, blacked out windows. The guy that's had this obviously has loved his Skodas and he's looked after it. It's got a full history, cam belt's been changed, and he's put a few extras on it. And actually, once we go out to have a drive in it, it doesn't drive like a 140 horsepower Skoda does. It goes a little bit quicker. I've been running around in this now for 10 days. It's returning me good fuel consumption. The automatic box works nicely. The seating position is comfortable. The boot area is great. I carry a lot of bags in the back here, no jokes. And it's just proved to be something that I didn't think it was going to be. It's not a standard car. It's not a standard 2-litre diesel. The previous owner has played with this, as Craig will tell you in a minute once we pulled out onto this.
Phil came in, as you'll see on our last video, he'd had a problem with his BMW 4 Series that he bought off us. He managed to get that smashed into while in the Isle of Man, so he needed a suitable replacement. This came in, I showed it him first and he was a bit like, oh, because wasn't expecting you to come up with that. Now I said drive it, because I said it doesn't drive like a normal Skoda. With that I mean that this car is meant to be 140 brake from standard. It's not that at all. It's definitely more. Now the guy that part exchanged it was a Skoda fan. He'd done a lot of research into the cars that he wanted to buy. He did want a VRS version of this car. Now the VRS, you're talking, you were in 5 figures at least just to get the equivalent spec, and he thought I'll bring the power in later, so he's had the car mapped. It is a double-edged sword, because with the map we have found putting it into corners, the car is quite floaty. Now the VRS does have stiffer suspension than standard, which at this point this car would massively benefit from. But
being of the age that I am, I'd rather go for comfort than performance. So I'm quite happy with the suspension it is, but if Craig was using this car every day, he'd like to stiffen the suspension. But me being an older fella, I'm quite happy with it.
You call me a yobbo, basically?
No, I'm not calling you a yobbo, I'm called you a younger fella.
Overall, we were really happy with the red pocket rocket. Its blend of speed and performance really impressed us, and it boasts some great practicality features which Phil's going to talk you through now.
Boot area, I'm very happy with. I've got my emergency coat in here, so we'll just take these out so you can see the boot properly. On the base of the boot, he's put a dry zone floor. It's great. I can just drop my stuff in. I'm going away to the TT. Do you know what? There we go, shut that again. It's just generally an all-round value for money car. Now that Volkswagen, as we know, have taken over Skoda good and proper, the engineering in these cars is fantastic. And the week I've had it, I've done about 400 miles. I'm pleased with it. It does everything I bought it for.